Hello, manifestors. How to know what your SP is thinking? I know that a lot of people are asking this question. And I have mentioned what I'm going to talk about today in other videos, but I have never made a specific video about this specific topic. So today we are going to know what our SP is thinking about us. So please, if you are new, make sure you subscribe, like the video if you liked it, share it, comment, and share the video so more people will know the answer to this question. My name is Sylviane. If you need my personal help, I am a manifesting coach. I do one-on-one coaching and email coaching, so check the links down below. I also have a Facebook group where I share some valuable help as well. So, guys, how to know what your SP is thinking? Wanted to make this video because, interestingly, 2 clients this week have mentioned that they are thinking what they don't want about their SP thinking about them. And this is a no-no. You should never be thinking something about your SP thinking about you that you do not want them to think about you or your relationship or the situation that's going on right now. You should never do that. And to explain to you why and how you can change it, I want to mention something that Neville Goddard said many, many times. And that thing is, consciousness is the only reality. Again, Neville Goddard said, consciousness is the only reality. What does that mean? And how does it relate to knowing what your SP is thinking about you and about your relationship? Well, if consciousness is the only reality, you better use your consciousness to think about people in a way that you want them to think, right? Because if consciousness is your only reality, what you think about people thinking about you is your reality, right? You're thinking about them in a bad way. You're thinking about them, they don't want me, they don't like me, they have negative thoughts about me, about the whole situation. If this is your reality, well, I've got bad news for you. It's going to be so. Your SP, your specific person, is going to think negative things about you. I shared this post a few days ago in my Facebook group, and I noticed it was shared in other groups as well, which is pretty cool. It says, free will is an illusion. People in your reality always reflect what you believe about yourself, what you believe about them, and what you believe about them in regards to you. Do you see the common denominator here that I underlined? The common denominator is you. People are a reflection of you, always. What you think about yourself, what you think about them, but also what you think about them in regards to you. It's very important to put this into your brain until it sinks in, because that's the way this universe works. You are the common denominator here because it's your consciousness out. The only reality is your consciousness, because what's going on in your consciousness, in other words, your reality, it's what is going to reflect to you. That's why you may have heard
the expression life is a mirror of yourself. And that's why you probably have heard, don't get mad at the mirror, change what's in front of the mirror. So not only people are going to think about you, what you think about yourself, but they are going to think about what you think about them and what you think about them in regards to you. If you have any doubt about this truth, please think back on your life like I did many years ago or a few years ago, and you will see how this is true. I know that I have created every single person I have ever met since I remember, since I was a child. So if I could see this, you can too. Go back into your life. Remember how people acted towards you, whether it was your teachers, your friends, your peers, your bosses, whoever. And you will notice, at least to some level, you should notice how they were created by you, how their reaction in regards to you was created by you, how it was your consciousness out. So now, to answer the question, how to know what your SP is thinking about you and about your relationship, it's by thinking for them. Yes, that's right. You are going to start from now on to think exactly what you want them to think about you and about your relationship and about anything you want them to think about. That's what you are going to do. And I promise you, because I've tested this many times with my own SP, and the first time I saw a proof of this truth was actually a negative thing. It was not a big deal. It was just a little negative. I explained that story to many of my clients. I had purchased a sweater to my SP, and that was before we lived together. As I bought the sweater, I had the thought that he was going to think that this thing was cheap. And believe you me, when I saw his reaction when I gave him the sweater, and how he looked at the tag and then looked at me funny, I knew it hit me. How my thought when I bought the sweater that he was going to think that it's a cheap sweater. It's exactly what he thought when I gave it to him. So after that, I promised myself that this would never ever happen again, and it never did. And I also tested it in many different positive ways. And I already knew it worked because when I manifested him, he thought exactly what I wanted him to think. He did. And I know he did because when he told me what was going on in his mind when I was manifesting him, that's exactly what I wanted him to think. So even though it may seem unbelievable to you at this point, if you are still new to the teaching of Neville Goddard, to the teaching of spiritual law, that's how it works. Anyway, if until now all you've been thinking, or most of the things that you've been thinking about your SP was negative, if you have fights in your head with them, if you have arguments in your head with them, if you have negative conversations with them in your head, that's exactly what they are having in their heads. So you must, from now on, anyway, even if you don't believe this, what do you have to lose? Tell me, please tell me, what do you have to lose? To start from now on to think exactly what you want them to think about you. You need to start thinking all the good stuff that you want your SP to be thinking about right now. And I promise you, you may not see result today or tomorrow or next week, because guess what? Manifestation works this way. What you see in 3D today, it's old news. It's whatever you've manifested in the past. And if you have been manifesting bad stuff for a month, sometimes years, it is only normal that it's going to take a little bit of time for you to see your manifestation, your new manifestation out there. So give yourself a break, give yourself a little time, be patient, and be persistent. Those two things, if you have those two things, when you manifest patience and persistence, you will move mountains. So be patient and be persistent and start today, this minute, to think exactly what you want your SP to think about you. And I promise you that soon, very soon, even if you have messed up for month and month on end, very soon you are going to see the result of your thoughts, of your inner chat, and of your affirmations. By the way, if you have trouble doing this, that's what you are going to use. You are going to use affirmations every time a negative thought about your SP or a story that you have created about them comes to mind. And if you are persistent, if you are diligent, if you do this as if your life depended on it, you are going to see results. Because it can't be only me. I used to create enemies in my life. Everybody abandoned me, stabbed me in the back. You have no idea the life that I had created for myself when I was ignorant. And now it's the opposite. The opposite. Everybody loves me. Why? I am the same person, right? I am exactly the same person. But my mind is changed 99.9%. I cannot even recognize myself inside. And that's why my world has changed. So guys, trust me if I tell you that the only way you are going to know what your SP is thinking about you and about your relationship is by creating it yourself. So, I hope this video was helpful. I really have the feeling that it was. I really intended that this video will help you guys, and I think it, and I'm sure, by the way, I don't think anymore, I'm sure it will. So be sure to like the video if you liked it, share it, comment, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.